Hi, nobodies. So I have had a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day in Cleveland. Um, Filled out a couple of applications. I don't know how the working thing is gonna go. Um, I explained it to my roommate, and I don't think he liked the explanation that, hey, my stress levels, it's important. Like right now, I'm doing really well, but if I got like cancer and had to go do chemo and work because I was trying to explain why I cannot lose my disability benefits. I cannot. Because if something happens, it took me 3 years to get it in the first place. And I can't, I don't want somebody to support me. I don't want to live off somebody. I want to do my own thing and do for myself. Um, because people have always like my whole life it was like, oh, she's so fragile. She's a girl. She needs a man to take care of her. And I don't want that anymore. I mean, the jobs I applied for, they're within walking distance of where I live right now. And they're also on a bus route. So wherever I move to that has a bus route, I'll take the bus or I'll use these perfectly good feet and legs that God gave me. Um, because, my vehicle's broke down and I'm not going to get it fixed. I don't see the point in it. And when I get whatever money I'm going to get for it, I'm not going to buy some beater. I'd rather save up and get something nice. Um, I have goals. I don't like to discuss them with people because people try to like say, well, that's you know, you're not going to get that fast enough. And what they don't realize is with my stress levels, I don't push myself. It's important to not push me too hard, or expect me to do too much. Um, like one of my last big anxiety attacks was because I went to the gyno and had to have a cyst removed, and the shots hurt so bad. And then later that day, I had therapy, and I almost didn't make it. I mean, I pushed myself to make it, and even when I left, I wasn't feeling good. I was not feeling right at all. And it's because I had done too much that day. I shouldn't have went because if I wouldn't have went to the gyno that morning and had to get shots, I would have been okay at therapy. But two things in one day, so it's important that I don't push myself. And then I have a tendency to get overwhelmed with details. When a therapist wanted me to make a dream board. They said, make a dream board and put on it the things you want, or your dreams. So they didn't specify, like, are we talking like what I wish, like what's possible, or like if I mean, I got so caught up in the details of, are we talking about what's possible, or what I ultimately want, like the Christmas game I play, or the birthday game I play, which is like, if I had all the money in the world, what would I buy myself? And then there's the realistic, like, if I had $100, what would I buy myself? What do I want? Like right this second, and that's normally something like, I want Taco Bell or I want a root beer float. Uh, so when they asked for this dream board, I was thinking of cars, houses, a beautiful bathroom, a couch, just like there's like 10 million things I fucking want. I needed that therapist to be more specific as to what this dream board needed to entail. Because, I don't know if it's a BPD thing, a human thing, INFJ thing, a Capricorn thing, or what. But I have to specialize when given a task like that. The same goes with multi-step tasks. It's like, hey, if there's like 10 steps, I may not be able to do all 10 in one day. It might be like if I'm applying, like with the schoolwork, with the education. If there's a lot of requirements, it might take me a month to get those things together, because the phone calls or the human interaction or the travel or whatever makes it to where I have to take it like slowly and recharge in between. Because if I have to be around a lot of people or a certain type of people, or, and God help me if like I have an interaction with somebody and they're really toxic or bad, then, so, and sometimes I have to have somebody like helping me. And for somebody who doesn't like to ask for help, who pretty much can't ask for help, like if somebody says, "Do you need help?" I'll say, "I could use some help, but you don't have to help me." I'm normally like, I could use some help, but it's hard for me to say, "Yes, please help me." It's like, I think whenever I got the elliptical machine, a guy asked, and I knew that I absolutely positively had to ask for help. There was no way I was going to lift 135 pounds up to waist level to push into my car and do the maneuvering. No, I'm a girl. I'll own that I'm a girl at that point. My weak little arms are not that strong, and my legs are that strong, but that I would not in public get underneath my vehicle so that I could hoist it up with my legs. I was not going to lay on the pavement to accomplish that. But asking for help is really difficult for me. It is, because my dad like did all kinds of stuff without asking for help, and he's like gold standard in my head. And so getting a lot of stuff done in one day, I can get a lot of stuff done. It just depends on what it is. But things where, like if they're like, "Hey, write uh, an essay on what? How many words? Does this need to be 3 pages or 30 pages?" It's like I need specific things. And that's why it's always good to have like somebody there who's willing to go, "Okay, you're overthinking this. Just write stuff down," and then they'll like help you. But I don't like to ask for that help. So it's always good when they know. And yesterday it kind of upset me. My roommate and his mom were both at the same time like, "What are you going to do now?" And I don't like having to answer future questions in the moment. It's like, well, right now I'm watching TV and trying not to cry because y'all are like, "What are you going to do with your life?" And it's like, I don't know. I need direction. It's like everything is opened up now. Before I left Arkansas, it was mom, wife. I was basically waiting. I kid you not, my whole life was waiting for me or my ex to die. It's like when that happens, I'll get to do something else, which I'll either be dead or he'll be dead and I'll find somebody else. I was like, I'll be free. That was how I looked at my life, was when I die or he dies, I'll be free. And as far as him helping me apply for things, it's always, there's no money. You can't do it. Why do you want to do it? Blah, blah, blah. You can't, And there was a whole lot of me dodging his dragon breath. I mean, God, the air around me would be so fucking nasty every time he opened his mouth. Anyway, now I can read a book without having my cover over my head, and I don't have to sit around like I legit would sit there like this and act like that's just how I sit, when in all actuality I was trying not to smell his breath. And now, like, my world's just like opened up. Like, I can do things, I can learn things, I can accomplish things, but at the same time, I'm kind of overwhelmed with, what do I do first? Like what do I do first? What are my steps? I mean, I know like certain things that I want. Like I want to stay here, and then I want to find love. But I'm not like super messed up about that, because I mean, as the type of person I am, most of my time is spent wanting to be alone. I actually enjoy alone time. I don't need a lot of attention. I need the right attention. And, it's kind of frustrating out there. So maybe I'll just stick with just doing DIY. I mean, sometimes that's like a holy experience. I mean, what man can compete with what I can do to myself? I mean, and vibrator ain't gonna spend my money. It ain't gonna make me cry. Might make me cry if I'm almost there and it dies. Might be like, no. It's not gonna cheat on me. It's not gonna get legs and walk away. It's not gonna piss me. Well, it will piss me off if it dies at the wrong time. I need to get a better one, I think, because that happens let me down too many times. Anyway, I don't know that, I kind of am looking forward to like not having somebody around me who wants things from me. It's like I can do myself, and really, I want to be pickier. But then another part of me says, but we don't know how to do that. We don't know how to be alone. We don't know how to not have a boyfriend and not have, we don't know. Because I mean, it was always, if I didn't have a boyfriend, I was looking, okay, if I didn't have a boyfriend, I was crying about not having a boyfriend. That was normally the days until my period would come. And then after I had my period, I would go on the hunt, have my heart broke before my next period, cry my eyes out till I got my period, then go back out on the hunt. I mean, it was a whole thing. So I don't know what it's like to be single and like not looking for somebody, and not like basically saying, I might fuck around with somebody, but they're not going to be my life. They're not going to be important. They're irrelevant, I mean, and do I even really need to do, I might just like find myself hanging out in coffee shops and bars watching people, you know, go do that kind of thing. Because I don't drink. Um, I don't. I mean, one of my friends asked me, they were like, "What are your plans for New Year's?" And I'm like, "Same as every night." I'll probably watch a little TV, surf Facebook, maybe vlog, but it's just another night. I'm not gonna go party because which I don't even know why he would ask me like about plans for that because like he's I thought he knew like I don't go to parties. I mean, I've been to like cookouts at his house. And even then, it's like I'm one of these people. I just kind of I try to connect with people, and it seemed like I connect more with the guys and then the women get pissed at me. But I mean, I'm not like talking about like I connect with them on like I'm touching them or anything cuz like I don't do that. No, it'll be like the men just tend to actually talk to me. If I say something, they tend to be the ones who respond. I could be standing in front of 5 people, 2 men, 3 women. And let's say 2 of those women are better looking than me, one of them's uglier than me. You know, and we'll say one of the guys is good looking and one of them's ugly. Like one's a fuckable and one's an unfuckable. Okay. I can say something like, I went to this house one time and they had this awesome bathtub that was like this, blah, 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 blah. I could say that and be looking at all 5 people, well, except for the good looking guy. I would not make eye contact with him, the fuckable. I couldn't. Um, but the other 4 I would make eye contact with as I was telling my story. 9 times out of 10, the unfuckable dude is going to say, that sounds really cool. Or they're going to engage in conversation with me. Whereas the girl that's uglier than me, she's going to be watching the 2 pretty girls to see what they do. And they're not paying attention because they're either thinking about the hot dude or they're silently judging me. I don't know. I mean, maybe one of them's nice and she actually comes up and talks to me. But for the most part, the unfuckable, he's gonna do. And when I say unfuckable, that's just to me. It doesn't mean that the guy's ugly. It just means he's not my type, you know? And I also consider a guy as an unfuckable if he's married. If he's with somebody and I respect that girl, which most women I do respect, and he's not like super hot. Like, I mean, if he was Johnny Depp, obviously I'm gonna be like wanting him, but I'm not going to talk to him because he looks like Johnny fucking Depp. I better stop. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that I don't necessarily seek out guys to talk to. It is that I can be in a group of people and the guy will engage in conversation with me and his wife might get pissed. Is she jealous? I don't think she's got any reason to be, but I honestly can't say. I mean, because I've seen what guys cheat on good-looking women with. So I get it. That this woman is like, my husband's talking to this girl. That could be a problem. But then it's like, well, why don't you talk to me? I mean, if chick is talking to your man and she's not touching him, she doesn't particularly seem to be hitting on him, then engage in conversation with the girl. Because maybe that's what needs to happen. Because if you're talking to her, she's going to talk more to you and he's going to become an after effect. I mean, this friend that I was talking to, said, hey, you were my friend first and, your ex I never really liked the guy. I felt, and I was like, okay. And I mean, I thought it was weird because I mean, I thought he was on my ex's side. I didn't like that there were sides to take, but I didn't really try to put him in the middle of it either. But that's how girls are. I mean, they get jealous of other girls, even if you're sitting there thinking, well, your wife is so much prettier than me, and you think you don't have a chance in hell with that dude. I've seen what guys have cheated on good-looking girls with. It ain't about looks. So, I mean, but I'm always pretty clear if they hit on me that, hey, you've got a wife and I respect her. And with a guy that's like doing the whole, oh, we're not together. No, I'm asking. I'm like, okay, if you're not together, let's call her on the phone. I learned that when I was like 19. Like, okay, if you're not with her, let's call her. Like, or let's go see her right now. Like, I want proof that y'all aren't together because I'm not going to do that to a girl. When I dumped my husband, I reached out to the girl he was seeing. She said I was creepy, like I was trying to like I was dying and wanting to like set him up with somebody. I just wanted him out of my hair. I figured if he fell in love with somebody, he wouldn't be pissed at me. He's still fucking bitter. But he did fall in love with her. And, but I wanted her to know, hey, I'm not going to start shit with you. I'm done. Because I would want if a guy's telling me, it's over between us, so on and so forth, I would want confirmation that he's telling the truth, because a lot of people, no matter how trustworthy they seem, they can lie about that. I don't care about the legalities. It's, does she know it's over? If she knows it's over and you know it's over, then I'm good. Because I've been in that situation. I don't expect, you shouldn't expect people who aren't together but are still married to be alone while they're saving up for divorce or going through the proceedings. But I just get along better with guys because girls don't really talk to me. And even I'm guilty of, when a girl's prettier than me, I'm looking for flaws. I'm looking for something that's wrong with her. And if I feel that a girl is uglier than me, in my mind, I'm fucking with her. I'm picking her apart. And I don't like that. I don't say that about my guy friends. I don't sit there and talk to them and then be like, you really need to trim up that beard. It only works for the Duck Dynasty guys because they got money. I mean, anyway, I'm going to go. I had a great day. I hope that you had a great day and have a good evening. Goodbye.